I'm here today with Tom Dorn from Baldwin Piano. Baldwin is a household name that I grew up with. Tom, why don't you tell us what Baldwin is about today, who the company is, and
Sure,
what they're about?
sure. Baldwin Piano Company has been around since the 1860s. It originated in Cincinnati, Ohio, with Dwight Hamilton Baldwin, and has been one of the prominent piano makers in the U.S. and Canada for a long time, and then became a global company as well. Uh, it was acquired by the Gibson Guitar Company, about 20 years ago, at the end of 2001. And it is a division of Gibson now. Over the years, manufacturing plants have moved. For several years, they were made in Cincinnati, and then they moved. And at one time, Baldwin had two plants in Arkansas, one in Mississippi, and a plant in Juarez, Mexico. Today, our main manufacturing facility is in Zhongshan, China. And in fact, we just are opening a new factory in Zhongshan. All I have right now is a picture of the outside of the building. I don't have details about the inside yet, but it's supposed to give us more capacity and suit our growing business there. I personally work for the distributor here in North America. I'm the sales manager for Baldwin Pianos here in North America. And that's North American Music, based out of New York. And so all piano decisions as far as what we distribute, what products we market and have here in the United States and Canada is a joint venture with North American Music.
Nice. Congrats on the new build. That'll be pretty exciting when that comes out.
Yeah, the outside looks. I'll send you a picture, Glenn.
That'd be great.
It looks nice. I'm excited about it. There's a lot of things I'd like to tell them to build. We'll see what we end up with.
See what happens. Hey, last year at the NAMM show, hard to believe we were actually meeting a year ago, but you had a prototype of a new piano and has subsequently turned into a new line. Tell us about that.
Yes, we now have our Baldwin Academy series pianos available. These are, we've contracted with a different OEM supplier for these, and they're coming to us from Indonesia. And they come in at a little bit less expensive price point than our Baldwin Professional series, which has been our main line for the last 7 or 8 years. What you'll find with the Academies is they definitely have the Baldwin look. They're wonderful, solid pianos built to last and hold tune. What they do not have is some of the super premium features that we put on our performing series, the Baldwin Professional series. So you won't find the same hammers exactly. The soundboards are a little different. We use all maple rims in the Professional series, whereas we're using a mahogany and beech in the Academy series. So some things are a little bit less. All of the pianos in the Professional series have duplex scaling, even the 4'10", whereas our small piano in the Academy series does not. So there will be some subtle differences between the pianos, but I think you'll find with the Academy series they're very solid, well-built pianos that sound nice and are worthy of the name Baldwin.
Nice. And they are a little bit more affordable as well, correct?
Yes, that's part of the point for doing this, because we know that some people want to spend different amount of money on pianos, and they're different segments of the business. So, and this is something that Baldwin has done throughout its history. They've often put a different label on the less expensive piano. They might have called it a Howard, or they might have called it a DH Baldwin, or once they acquired the Wurlitzer company, they might have called it a Wurlitzer. We are calling these Baldwin pianos, but they do have a nice little decal on them that says Academy series, so people can differentiate that.
Well, I guess it offers Baldwin affordability at every price range then as well.
Yes, that's
fantastic.
And
so 2020 has been a bit of a crazy year. What does the outlook look like for 2021? What's the work comprise of, and where are you heading this next year?
We're very excited about 2021. Yeah, 2020 had its hiccups, both from what everybody experienced retail wise in the first half of the year, but the second half of the year was wonderful
Nice.
from a business standpoint. It went very, very well. We're continuing to add new dealers. Our biggest problem was because the pandemic did cause some slowdown on the supply end.
Right.
And when the pandemic hit, we actually were at a point where we had just loaded ourselves with pianos, so it really wasn't a problem for
Oh, that's
us
great.
supplying pianos through the season. But we're just on the edge now. We've got dozens of containers on the way here,
Right.
and we need them to get here soon.
Yeah. One thing that I found talking to dealers and technicians is that because of the pandemic, people are at home, and if they're at home, they're playing the piano. And so, second half of the year, you're right. The supply demand, there's a lot more people playing the piano, which is great for the industry.
Yeah, in fact, I had one dealer express to me that he was worried that business was going to go down once the pandemic ended.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to happen, but it was just kind of a funny outlook given where we were last April.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It's hard to believe that's almost a year ago now. But
yes,
well, thanks so much for taking the time. I appreciate getting the inside scoop on the Academy series, and all the best with that. And hope those containers come in for filling those needs for pianos.
they will. Eventually, they will.
Eventually, they will.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for
Okay.
the time, Glenn.
Bye.
Sure.
Cheers.
Bye.